Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another really exciting deep dive where we explore the tech that basically makes our lives easier, smarter, and just way more productive.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, today's topic is something literally every student, professional, or honestly anyone who works on a computer needs to hear. We're talking about AI tools that save time daily.
Yes, because, okay, take a guess right now. Just do a quick mental tally. How many browser tabs do you currently have open on your laptop or your phone?
Oh, man. If I had to guess mine, it's like at least 30 right now.
Right. Is it 10, 30, 50? And here's the truly relatable part. How many times today have you opened a brand new tab, stared at that blinking cursor in the search bar, and just completely forgotten why you opened it in the first place?
It's the defining symptom of modern cognitive overload. I mean, you're trying to hold too many threads at once, and your brain it simply drops one to make room.
Exactly. You aren't losing your mind. You're just entirely out of time.
Yeah.
You wake up, you look at your to-do list, and it just feels impossible. I mean, you have to draft a dozen really nuanced emails, prepare a whole presentation for the afternoon.
Sit through 3 different meetings.
Yes, and somehow take coherent notes during all of them, plus find time to research a massive project. It's this crushing 4-hour daily workload of pure busy work.
Which is awful.
So the mission of today's deep dive is to show you how to turn that 4-hour avalanche into, well, less than 1 hour.
And, we really need to establish the foundational mindset for this right away, because this isn't about finding tools to just do your job for you.
Right. It's not magic.
No, not at all. Artificial intelligence, at least in its current practical form, is not a replacement. It's a cognitive assistant.
Okay, so like a really smart intern.
Essentially, yeah. It's designed to automate those highly repetitive, structurally draining tasks. That way you can actually reallocate your mental energy toward, real decision-making and human connection.
It's about shifting the workflow. Okay, so let's test that theory on the absolute worst part of my morning, which is blank page syndrome.
Oh, the worst.
Before we can even think about those big projects, we have to survive the morning communication avalanche. So let's look at what we're calling the daily communicators, specifically ChatGPT and Grammarly.
Right, so let's break down ChatGPT first. Because the thing is, most people are still using it like a fancy Google search, which is just the wrong approach.
Wait, really? How should they be using it?
Well, it's essentially a predictive engine on steroids. Where it fundamentally transforms the daily grind is in the drafting phase, using something called prompt engineering.
Right, so it's not just typing, write me an email.
Exactly. It's about giving it a specific persona and context.
Oh, I see. Let's look at that classic leave request example. I mean, a professional might spend 30, maybe 60 minutes agonizing over that.
Just staring at the screen.
Yes. You type a sentence like, I need Tuesday off. Then you delete it because you think, is that too demanding?
So you try again.
Right. You type, if it's okay with you, maybe I could take Tuesday. And then you're like, wait, does that sound too weak? You end up writing the same email 5 times before giving up.
Yeah, and that's because you're battling task friction. You're trying to figure out the structure and the tone simultaneously, which is hard.
It's exhausting.
But if you just tell ChatGPT, act as a professional employee writing a polite but firm leave request for 1 day to a manager, it generates the structure instantly.
Oh, wow. So it just handles the heavy lifting.
Yep. It uses its vast training data to predict the most standard, acceptable professional format.
But, getting the words down is only half the battle. You still have to make sure you don't sound completely unprofessional when you tweak it.
Right.
Which brings us to Grammarly. And look, we all know Grammarly fixes missing commas and spelling mistakes. But the way it's evolved is genuinely fascinating.
It really is. What's super interesting is how its newer AI features basically act as a semantic translator.
Semantic translator.
Yeah. It doesn't just look at syntax anymore.
Yeah.
It actually analyzes the emotional resonance of your words.
Oh, that tone check is a lifesaver. Like, imagine you're rushing between meetings, right? And you just hammer out, please send me file immediately.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough.
It's demanding, it's grammatically clunky, it's a little aggressive. But the AI flags that semantic intent and suggests, could you please send me the file at your earliest convenience?
It smooths out the edges.
It really does.
Yeah.
But okay, let's unpack this for a second. I have to push back here.
Go for it.
If we all use ChatGPT to generate the structure, and then we all run it through Grammarly to sanitize the tone, aren't we just going to sound like identical corporate robots talking to other corporate robots?
That's a great point.
Like, where does the actual human fit into this?
Well, that is a very real risk if you use these tools lazily. The baseline rule of responsible AI usage is that the machine builds the foundation, but the human must build the house.
Okay, I like that. The human builds the house.
Exactly. The AI provides the polite phrasing and the grammatical structure. But if you just copy and paste that blindly, yeah, you will sound like a generic robot.
So what's the fix?
Your job is to inject the specific context, your ideas, the nuance of your relationship with the recipient, and your unique professional voice. You let the AI do the formatting, busy work, so you have the mental energy left to focus on the actual message.
Okay, I see. It's like ChatGPT is your hyperactive rough drafter who just throws a million words on the page to break that blank page anxiety.
Yes, exactly.
And Grammarly is your strict but helpful editor, making sure you don't embarrass yourself. But you are still the author.
Precisely. You're the director, they are the crew.
All right, so the emails are sent. We didn't offend the boss.
Always a win.
But now we actually have to do the heavy cognitive work, the research. And doing deep research usually leads right back to that tab overload we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah, the internet rabbit hole.
It's the ultimate productivity killer. You go on Google looking for one simple marketing statistic, and 45 minutes later, you're watching a YouTube video about deep-sea squids or cat videos.
I mean, the internet is fundamentally designed to distract you. That is its business model, which is why tools like Perplexity AI are totally shifting the landscape.
So what does Perplexity do differently?
Well, Perplexity is not a traditional search engine. It's an answer engine.
What's the mechanical difference there?
A search engine, like Google, acts as a directory. You ask a question, and it just gives you a list of websites. And usually, they're filled with SEO-optimized filler.
Oh, I hate that. Like those endless recipe blogs where you have to read a 2,000-word story about someone's childhood just to find out how much flour to use.
Exactly. But Perplexity, on the other hand, acts as an aggregator. It actually reads those sites for you, extracts the specific answer, summarizes it, and this is the best part, it provides direct footnote citations.
Oh, so you can actually verify where the facts came from?
Exactly. It's reliable.
That completely cures the digital wandering. But what if the information you need isn't on the public web?
Like internal documents.
Yeah. What if it's sitting in a massive 100-page PDF report your client just handed you? Because in the old days, your entire Tuesday was just gone reading that.
This is exactly where NotebookLM enters the picture. And honestly, it is arguably one of the most powerful tools for students and professionals right now.
I want to make sure we explain exactly how this works, because when I first heard about it, it sounded like it would just hallucinate answers like a standard chatbot. But it doesn't, right?
Correct. It doesn't. NotebookLM uses a framework called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or ARG for short.
Okay, RAG.
Think of it like building a very tall, secure fence around your own documents. Unlike ChatGPT, which kind of wants to guess the next word based on the entire internet, NotebookLM is strictly confined to the yard you built.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it can only look at the PDFs or the notes you actually uploaded. If the answer isn't in your document, it won't invent one.
That's incredible. It's literally like having an open book test, but the textbook actually talks back to you.
Exactly.
You just ask, what are the 3 main risks identified on page 40, and it pulls them out instantly.
In seconds.
But here's my concern, especially for students preparing for exams.
Oh.
If NotebookLM can perfectly summarize a massive document, what happens when a student uses it to just, finish the assignment? Doesn't the whole learning process just break down?
Yeah, it creates an illusion of competence. And the data is very clear on this. If you use AI to entirely bypass the thinking process, you will hit a massive wall the moment you have to perform without it.
Because you don't actually know the material.
Exactly. A student might get a completed study guide, but when exam time comes, or, when an employee has to defend a proposal in a live boardroom, the machine isn't there to speak for them.
Right.
AI is fantastic for building the map, like finding the key info quickly, but you still have to walk the path yourself to actually understand it.
Building the map versus walking the path. I really like that.
It's crucial to remember.
Okay, so we have our facts. The research is done, but having the right data is only half the battle in the corporate world.
Oh, for sure.
If it looks terrible, people just ignore it. So how do we bridge the gap between raw research and a polished presentation without losing another 3 hours of our lives?
Well, formatting is a massive drain on daily productivity. So we're talking about design tools here, specifically Canva AI and Gamma AI.
Everyone loves Canva.
Right. We all know Canva makes graphic design accessible, but their AI integration takes it to another level. You can generate specific images from text prompts or remove backgrounds with one click. It drastically lowers the barrier to entry for visual communication, saving you maybe 1 to 2 hours per project.
And then there's Gamma AI, which focuses on the presentations themselves. And this is just deeply relatable for anyone who has spent 3 hours meticulously making PowerPoint slides.
It is a nightmare.
You know the pain, nudging a text box 2 pixels to the left, then 2 pixels to the right, just trying to make it align perfectly.
We've all been there.
But Gamma takes a simple text prompt or a topic outline and just automatically generates the whole slide deck. It organizes the content, it balances the layout, it adds visuals, all in like 5 minutes.
It's a total game changer.
And here's where it gets really interesting. I have to ask.
Okay.
If Gamma builds this beautiful, professional-looking presentation from a single prompt, the cognitive bias is to just trust it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It looks so good, it must be accurate. Do I even need to read my own slides during the meeting?
Okay, that is one of the most dangerous traps in the modern workplace. The visual polish does not guarantee factual accuracy.
Right.
AI will confidently generate a beautiful, aesthetically perfect slide that contains completely hallucinated data.
Mm-hmm.
If you stand up in front of your clients and present a deck you haven't verified, you're taking a massive professional risk.
It goes right back to being the director. You have a team of digital designers working for you, but you still have to approve the final cut. You can't just blindly read whatever script they hand you.
Exactly. You own the outcome, no matter who or what did the formatting.
Okay, so we've covered the standalone tasks, the writing, the searching, the designing, but what about the tools that don't even need a prompt? The ones that just sit quietly in the background of everything we do?
Now we're talking about ecosystem integration and advanced media. Let's look at meetings first, because taking notes during a meeting is essentially a cognitive bottleneck.
How so?
Well, if you are furiously typing everything down, you aren't actually listening to the nuance of the conversation. You're just transcribing.
Oh, absolutely. Enter Otter.ai.
Yes.
It uses speech-to-text technology paired with a language model. So it listens to the meeting, identifies who is speaking, creates a live transcript, and then it summarizes the action items at the very end.
Which is brilliant.
It's basically like having a flawless, dedicated stenographer sitting next to you who never gets a hand cramp. You can finally just look at the camera and actually participate in the discussion.
And then you have the ecosystem giants, right?
Yeah.
Microsoft Copilot and Google Gemini.
They're everywhere now.
Yeah, and they're powerful precisely because they don't require you to open a new tab. They live right inside the software you already use. Copilot can look at a complex Excel spreadsheet and identify trends, or take a Word doc and instantly convert it into a PowerPoint outline.
And Gemini does the same within Google Docs and Sheets, right?
Right.
Brainstorming, travel planning, all of it.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, even for content creators, tools like NVIDIA AI are turning simple text prompts into full narrated videos with voiceovers and subtitles.
It's amazing what it can generate.
But I have to ask the hard question here. With Copilot analyzing our spreadsheets, Gemini outlining our docs, and Otter taking all our notes, are we losing the difference between working hard and working smart? Like, are we just becoming lazy?
It's a valid fear, for sure.
Yeah.
But we have to look at cognitive load theory.
Okay, walk me through that.
The human brain has a finite amount of working memory. Working smart means recognizing where your unique human energy provides the highest return on investment.
So prioritize.
Yeah. Transcribing a meeting does not require high-level human insight. Formatting an Excel chart does not require empathy. So let the AI handle the mechanical sorting. You aren't getting lazy. You are clearing out the administrative underbrush so you can focus on the tasks that actually require strategic thinking.
You're reallocating your mental resources. That makes so much sense.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean? Let's tie it all together with a reality check. Because it is so tempting to hear about all these magical tools and think we can just hand our entire jobs over to a machine and go sit on a beach.
If only.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What does an actual realistic AI workflow look like in the real world?
Let's break down the math from the research we looked at. A traditional, non-AI day for an office worker looks like this. You spend 30 to 45 minutes drafting and agonizing over emails.
Yes.
You spend 2 hours wrestling with presentation layouts. You spend an hour reading and summarizing dense reports. And you spend 45 minutes taking and organizing meeting notes.
That is easily over 4 hours of tedious, soul-crushing work before you've even had a single creative thought.
Right. But now, apply the tools we just discussed. Email drafts, with ChatGPT and Grammarly. That's 5 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
That presentation layout with Gamma or Canva, maybe 20 minutes to generate and manually verify. Summarizing those massive PDFs with NotebookLM, 10 minutes of active querying.
And the meeting notes.
Automatic with Otter.ai, 0 minutes.
That's incredible. Total time is less than 1 hour. You just bought back 3 hours of your life.
Pretty much.
But of course, whenever we talk about this level of time saving, the anxieties and the myths start to bubble up. So let's bust a few of them really quickly.
Let's do it.
Myth number 1, AI is going to replace every single job.
Okay, the reality is that AI automates tasks, not entire jobs. It entirely lacks emotional intelligence, it has no genuine empathy, and it cannot perform complex, real-world human decision-making.
So teachers, managers, creatives, they're safe.
Jobs that rely heavily on those traits are not going anywhere.
Good to know. Okay, myth number 2. AI is an infallible oracle. It's always right.
As we discussed with the hallucinated slide decks, this is demonstrably false. AI is a prediction engine, not a truth engine. It makes mistakes, and human verification remains absolutely critical.
Got it. And myth number 3. This stuff is only for programmers and tech geeks.
Completely untrue. These tools are increasingly built with intuitive conversational interfaces. They're designed for teachers building lesson plans, freelancers managing clients, business owners, and just everyday professionals.
So if AI can do all of this heavy lifting, what exactly is the human's role moving forward?
The overarching philosophy here is this. AI won't replace people, but people who know how to use AI effectively may have an advantage over those who don't. Your role shifts from being the typist to being the editor-in-chief.
I love that.
You provide the vision, the AI provides the velocity.
The vision and the velocity. That is perfectly said. Okay, let's do a rapid-fire recap so you can start reclaiming your time today.
Sounds good.
If you are staring at a blank page, use ChatGPT to generate the structure and Grammarly to ensure the tone hits right. If you are drowning in research or massive PDFs, stop Googling and use NotebookLM and Perplexity to find exact cited answers.
Spot on.
If formatting is eating your afternoon, let Canva and Gamma handle the design while you check the facts. And to make sure you never lose track of a meeting detail, let Otter.ai take the notes.
It is an incredibly potent toolkit if applied deliberately.
It truly is. Which brings us to our interactive call to action. We want to challenge you, yes, you listening on your commute or at your desk, to pick just one AI tool this week.
Just one.
Don't try to overhaul your entire life by tomorrow. Pick the one repetitive task you absolutely dread the most, whether that's drafting updates or reading long reports, and assign it to an AI assistant this week. Just feel what it is like to get that single hour back.
Small experiments lead to fundamental shifts in how you work.
And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. We started this deep dive talking about that crushing morning to-do list and how these systems can shrink 4 hours of drudgery into less than 1.
Yeah.
But here's the real question you have to ask yourself. If these tools suddenly hand you back 3 or 4 hours of your day every single day, what are you going to do with that newly reclaimed human time?
That's the big question.
Will you just let your company fill it with more busy work, or will you finally use it for the innovation, the growth, and the real human connection you always claimed you didn't have time for?
That really is the ultimate test of productivity.
Something to chew on while you finally go close out those 50 open browser tabs. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. Keep learning, stay curious, and we will catch you next time.